Good morning, fans, and welcome to episode number 49 of the Midwest Donut Review Show. I'm Dave Leggett in St. Louis, Missouri. That is my son, Eric Leggett. He is in Sacramento this morning. Welcome back to the States, right?
Yes, back at it. It's been a while since we've done a show here, back at our homes.
Yes, and so we're just going to fly out of the gate right here. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We've been doing this for a year and a half. Where the hell you been? And a good side note here, so far our show has not cost us any additional money because we had exactly that many comments trying to give away a dozen donuts. People don't even want free donuts now. I don't know what's wrong
But
with
now,
America.
everyone knows, everyone has a year to prepare now. Everyone knows that come Christmas time, 2026,
Yeah.
we're doing the same thing.
Oh, the anticipation
Get ready.
is just building.
Yep.
Oh, my. Yeah. And now that we're at the end of January, now you only have like 10 and a half months to wait.
I know.
So, wow. Who knows? We'll still be doing this in December 26, huh?
I mean, we might only be on episode like 52. But I bet we'll still be doing it.
All right. We'll squeeze one in whenever we can. So if you're new to the show, we usually open things up with Eric giving us a little bit of news of the week. And Eric, you've had a little bit of time to prepare.
Yes.
What do you have for us this morning?
So I have two things today. And the first one is a little serious to start us off, but I think it's important. This is about a donut shop in Minnesota called Glam Doll Donuts.
I've heard of Glam Doll from previous shows, and also, I believe, unfortunately, they were near the scenes
Yes, that's what
that
the
our
story
country
is.
is on fire.
That's what the story is. This is about
Yeah.
Glam Doll Donuts. They were the donut shop right in front of the place where an innocent man, Alex Petty, got murdered by ICE agents. And this is a story about they reopened the next day. Because donut shops are fucking like that.
Yeah.
So, this is, it tells a little bit about the story of the day. The two owners were at Costco whenever they got a text from one of their employees saying that ICE agents were out. So they dropped what they were doing at Costco, immediately drove back to their shop. But before they could get there, they got a text that someone had been shot. They tried to get back to their shop, but the commotion and everything was so crazy. Some people thought their car, they mistook them for an ICE car, so they faced a little bit of that, some stuff, throwing stuff at their car. And the quote from Teresa Fox, one of the owners, said, "By the time we got there, they'd open all the doors and were letting people in and helping them. That wasn't even my direction. That's just the kind of people they are." So the day of, people were still coming in to get donuts, and they were not selling them. They were just giving them away.
Yeah.
The two owners prepared what they could to open the next morning, mostly coffee and hot chocolate with only some donuts, and then closed for 2 days to figure out life moving forward.
Yeah.
So this is haunted not only the employees, but the owners. It's a pretty big deal to happen right in front of your shop. They reopened at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, January 28th, while Fox dodged phone calls from national media and messages poured in from all over the world, Australia, Louisiana, Las Vegas, Ohio, and she said, I've gotten like 20 orders from Cincinnati. So people are recognizing that the shop went through this and are hopping on their back. Former employees who immediately jumped in to help joined the current staff behind the counter. So getting a bunch of extra help at no extra cost. And this is kind of, they're saying, a reversal the past few days before leading up to that. Everything on that street, all restaurants too, were really, really slow. just because people are afraid to leave their homes. People are afraid to go out because of the danger that ice presents. But now there's a steady stream of customers filling tables as a memorial to Preddy grows on the street outside, surrounded by television cameras and reporters. Fox said, that memorial is never going away. My staff, they're all in their 20s and they're doing great, but... And then she just kind of wonders aloud what will happen when they all have a moment to stop and have to grapple with what they've been through. There have been offers of free counseling for the staff, and they're working to vet those offers. Fox says they are overcome with gratitude and exhaustion. This is not our tragedy alone, it's the whole street. This happened to Peninsula, which is Malaysian cuisine, Black Forest Inn, Christo's. This is our neighborhood. No one is going to help us, so we have to pull together.
Right.
So, not only are they affected by this unbelievable tragedy, they're helping out too. Like, there were people who, even a day later, needed comfort, needed food, needed drinks, and Glam Doll Donuts still opened their doors to help out. So, I think it goes to show how strong that donut shop is and how strong that neighborhood and that community can be in the face of horrific violence by the federal government.
Right. That's exactly right. Yeah, chains don't have to rely on foot traffic.
Yeah.
Because they have all of the delivery options and all of the people who will just order 48 dozen or 4 dozen every Friday, like a standing order.
Yeah.
This is going back to what you and I talk about all the time about mom and pop shops are the difference makers in the community. I'm not saying the tax dollars from Krispy Kreme and Dunkin' Donuts do not help those communities. I'm not saying that. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is feed on the street is the mom and pop shop.
A human experience, a human part is arguably more important. So, shout out Glam Doll Donuts in Minnesota, doing their part, doing what they can.
So, oddly enough, from our trip in Canada, you were in Minnesota.
Yeah, I was
for
in
a layover,
like 2 days before that happened.
Yeah,
the day before that happened. So that was crazy.
And you had such a long layover, you actually went to the Mall of America?
Yes. I got a lift, went to the Mall of America, hung out there for like 3 or 4 hours.
And
no donuts.
Did you find donuts?
No donuts in the Mall of America.
No donuts in the Mall of America.
Oh, well, they had a mochi nut, which is like donut adjacent. But it's like,
yeah, we've talked about it. It's kind of a one-trick pony.
Yeah. It's just the same dough with different getting stuff on it.
Yeah. You're not getting different styles of mochi donuts. So
but
we can't really review them on this show because it's...
And they're,
and
like
as a matter of fact, I know you have another story, but my intro here actually plays off of what we're talking about in that sort of one-trick pony thing. Mm-hmm. So, but we'll get to that in a second. So give me some good donut news.
Okay,
here.
This is a fun thing. It is good news, but this one's a little lighter, a little more fun. This is about an all-ages venue opening under a Lexington, Kentucky donut shop. For 7 years, Frank's Donuts on 3rd Street has been one of Lexington's most popular breakfast spots, but for some time now, manager Frank Alguera has had another business idea in mind. Speakeasies are frickin' cool, They're just fun. I've always wanted to make a speakeasy in the basement of the donut shop. And so, he did. He shared the idea with his lifelong friend, Sean Bolton, on the way back from a trip they took to Virginia last summer. Bolton knew the basement had potential, although he had a slightly different vision, an all-ages, alcohol-free music venue.
Okay.
Bolton said, I wanted to build the place that I wished existed when I was 15. Which I think is great. There's, especially post-COVID, there are issues like growing social isolation, and there's a shortage of area venues and lack of safe places for those younger than 21 to socialize in Lexington.
Yeah.
It's such an issue with youth today. There's no spot for them to go, to exist, to hang out. It's school and it's home, and there's really not a third place they can go to.
Right. Hookah bars are not really
No, they are
an
not.
option.
Yeah. So the two friends, with help from Aguera's confused but supportive parents, started cleaning out the shop's basement. They built walls around exposed HVAC units and asked friends to paint art on the white concrete walls. A friend of Bolton's gave him a $3,000 sound system for the venue, which he paid back over time with ticket revenue from shows. They had their first show last October, and it had several shows, but unfortunately, Lexington's fire marshal shut down what they call the Donut Dungeon.
Okay.
Someone submitted a complaint to the city about the venue, a total fucking loser, probably, and an inspector came by and found the site out of compliance with a number of building code requirements. They are fair requirements. It needs a second entrance, install a sprinkler system, add a slow-burning ceiling. These are understandable.
Yes.
You have to make it safe. I totally get that. And they talked, and the fire marshal is absolutely on their side. He's like, this is a great spot. This is a great venue. This is a great thing for...
Make it safe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they have started a GoFundMe to help with some of those costs. They've raised about $9,000 so far.
Okay.
And it's really a lot of...
Do you know, is the GoFundMe page called Donut Dungeon?
Let me try to find it.
Okay.
It's called Support Safe Spaces for Lexington Youth from the Donut Dungeon.
Okay. All right. So people watching this can go and make a contribution if they would like
Yes.
Lexington kids to have a safe place to go.
Yeah, and they talked to... This article interviewed some people who have played in shows in the Donut Dungeon. And... let's see. There was some girl, Ali Belando, who's a 20-year-old guitarist and vocalist for shoegaze band Calvary, says Donut Dungeon has been a refuge for the group. Belando's age alone means Calvary has a short list of venues they can play, but the 3rd Street location is always open to them. And she goes on to say that, like, there have been times where they perform in bars, but because she's not 21, sorry, I got distracted. Because she's not 21, she's only allowed to be in that venue when they're loading in and performing. So there have been times where they've just had to sit in the car for an hour and a half before the show officially started. And it's like, you know,
right.
Especially with this type of scene, you're probably the 4th band to go up there. You could be the 3rd. And so there's all this experience in music that you're not able to be a part of because you're a year younger. So the Donut Dungeon, help them out, help them get up to code, because it's an important space for the community. And again, another example of a donut shop going above and beyond when they don't have to. No one asked them to do this.
Yep. Doing it on their own and trying to make a difference in kids' lives, man. Mom and pop shop. There we go. So we had talked a little bit earlier about how what I was going to talk about today is a little bit off of, you know, the mochi donut is a mochi floured, a rice flour donut. It's generally the same shape. It can't be made into a cruller. It can't be made into an old fashioned. It is what it is, and they are good. If you like that rice flour, they are good, and there are different toppings and flavorings and such, but there's no differentiation of dough. So you and I have talked about this place before here in St. Louis, and the people rave about damn fine Hand Pies. They're in the Shaw neighborhood here in St. Louis City. They are actually on 4000 Shaw Boulevard. So I got to thinking about they do savory donuts. Okay, a hand pie, not strictly a donut, but it is a fried dough with filling. So if it's savory, that doesn't mean it's not a donut. So this week, I was just checking out their menu. Their savory hand pies. Dill cream cheese with everything seasoning.
That sounds good
Okay.
as fuck.
Sausage gravy hand pie.
Sounds awesome.
Honey and lime marinated figs with a pistachio custard.
Not for me, but I get it.
White chicken chili with avocado crema.
Awesome.
Braised leek, roasted mushroom and potato with garlic and herb mascarpone.
Wow.
I mean, they are going deep in the cupboard for these savory. Yuzu filled Long John with macadamia nuts and rosemary.
Oh my god.
Yeah. They also do sweet hand pies / donuts. They have a passion fruit poppy seed cake donut. They do glazed. They do cinnamon sugar. They do chocolate with sprinkles. They do apple fritters with a brown butter glaze, which again, you're adding a step to create a flavor that a lot of people don't. They do a Boston cream donut. They do a brown butter old fashioned donut. They do a mango, coconut, and lime sourdough brioche.
Whoa.
So here is my question. Without a question, this is a frou-frou donut place.
100%.
All of the sweet donuts are $5 or $6 each.
Whew.
All of the savory hand pies are $11 each.
Wow. That's that's a little pricey.
So here's my question. Should they be on a donut review? They certainly make donuts we have reviewed before. Does their price immediately exclude them from being... I mean, if that Boston cream donut is excellent, but it's $6...
That's the thing. I just don't know what you can do to a Boston cream that will make it worth $6. I still think if you have the best custard, the best dough, the best icing, which is really the only three components, I still don't think that can be a $6 donut.
How could we rate it highly
Yeah.
when you can get a dozen donuts for 15
Yeah.
or one for 5?
I think if I find something similar out here, we can do that. A place
Okay.
that's a little fancier, that does standard donut flavors. I think it would have to be kind of like a special episode kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll keep that on the back burner. So let's get to what we do the best.
Yes.
And that's eat frickin' donuts. We will size them, we'll price them, we'll taste them, we'll let you know what you need to get at this shop, or maybe what you should try something else from that shop.
Yeah.
Always moms and pops. And Eric, will you kick us off? Where we start with the glazed donut. You got to do the glazed donut well before you can get into the other stuff. So, where'd you go today? Tell me about your glazed donut.
So today I went to Sweet Dozen, and I did get a Sweet Dozen from Sweet Dozen. It is at 5207 Madison Avenue in Sacramento, California. About a 20-minute drive for me this morning. Not too bad. Kind of an unassuming shop. It's just, kind of in the standard kind of strip mall location, but you walk in and there's a lot, maybe higher class donuts than you would think seeing it from the outside. They got a lot of filled options. They've got, I was looking. There was. I'm excited to try after this show a strawberry twist donut. And while I was asking about that, the man thought I was asking about the donut next to it that he said had a full Pop-Tart in it.
What?
It's
Oh my!
it's a donut and it looks like a Pop-Tart.
Is it near you? Can you get it on camera?
Oh, I didn't get it because it had Fruity Pebbles on top of it.
Oh, God damn it!
They did unfortunately go all the way. But if I was the kind of person who like, oh man, I really need this donut that has a full Pop-Tart in it, I would also be the kind of person who would like Fruity Pebbles on top of it.
True.
And they've got real big, they've got square donuts, they've got cronuts in there. Really, really interesting variety. But does that all make sense with their glazed donut? And I'd say it does.
Okay.
So the glazed donut today, 4.5 inches across, 1.5 inches tall. I'd say a little bit bigger than usual. It's only $1.75, which I think is a good price for out here. 100%. And I'd say this was definitely an above average donut. I was hoping, there was a part of me, I thought I might have gotten a fresh one because the guy in front of me was a construction worker getting a bunch of donuts to the site. And he said, just like 24 glazed donuts. And all the glazed donuts in the case were gone. They took them out for the, so I'm like, oh. I asked for glazed donuts and he's like, get them from the back. So I thought, maybe they just had more back there. They weren't still pumping them out at 7:15 this morning, unfortunately.
Okay.
So it wasn't a fresh made glazed donut. So that was a little bit disappointing. But I'd say this was still an above average glazed donut. The glaze on this was really, really good. I thought it was a perfect texture. Didn't flake off and it wasn't super sticky. A really great sweetness to it. I think the dough was just okay. I think the texture of it was really well done. For its size, light and fluffy. Didn't exactly melt in your mouth. And the taste of it really wasn't anything. So I wish the dough was a little bit better. But at the end of the day, it's a glazed donut and they nailed the glaze. And for $1.75, I think I'm going to give this a 3.8. I think this is a really good glazed donut. Really, not spectacular. Really, just because the dough isn't a standout. But I think it's a good enough dough with an above average glaze. And at a pretty good price point, $1.75, I think 3.8 is the score I'll go with today.
A lot of the thoughts you had about your donut were echoing in my head. Today I made the drive over to Bethalto, Illinois. If you're familiar with the St. Louis area and you know where Alton, Illinois is, Bethalto is a neighboring town. Mom and pop shop. Donut Express is where I found my feet a-wandering today. They are at 204 West Bethalto Drive in Bethalto, Illinois. If you're in downtown St. Louis, it's probably a 45-minute drive, maybe a little less. Right there on the main drag in Bethalto. And I love that each Illinois city has a couple of donut places to choose from and that are mom and pop. Mm-hmm. So my glazed donut, $1.30. Really good price. 4 inches round, 1.5 inches tall. Very similar to what you have. The glaze is spectacular. It's not a sickly sweet. It's not a sugary glaze. You can tell there's vanilla in that glaze. It's not too sweet. It's just an excellent glaze. That's the bottom line. You're getting a glazed donut with excellent glaze. The edges, especially the inside and outside edges, just melt in your mouth. They're gone. Because it is 1.5 inches tall, it is, I don't want to say it's chewy. It's not chewy. But the very middle, the tallest parts of this glazed donut do not melt. You chew them a little bit. The dough, not particularly flavorful, but it is light and airy. It's not dry. It is a moist dough for sure. It's been fried great. There's not a lick of grease anywhere in this fry process. And for $1.30, this is a 4.1 donut, the glazed donut from Donut Express. Really solid, really excellent glazed donut. Great price, great glaze. That's why you get a glazed donut.
Fuck yeah. Huge. So, second donut we went with today, something I think we've only done this type of icing maybe once before on the show.
Maybe once.
It's not super common. We got a vanilla cake donut with strawberry icing. Anytime we go to a shop, if they have strawberry icing, I'm getting something with it on it because I do enjoy it. When a strawberry icing is done super well, I think it's a top tier donut. And so for this donut, it was 3.5 inches across, 1.25 inches tall, a little bit smaller, but that just happens with cake donuts. Same price, $1.75. And really, the star of this was the cake donut itself. This was, in my book, a practically perfect cake donut. It is super light and moist. It's not dense. It's fluffy. It's very soft to touch, soft in the mouth, and a really, really excellent vanilla flavor. This was not just like a plain cake. You bite into this, you are getting a vanilla cake. And it's kind of hard to get such a strong vanilla flavor because vanilla is not a strong flavor. It's a synonym.
It's an accompanying flavor.
It's a synonym for plain for a reason. It's not
right.
But you bite into this, even with the strawberry icing, you are getting a vanilla flavor, which I think is excellent. And
let me ask you real quick: is it a cake donut that's glazed and then iced, or just cake?
It is a plain cake with strawberry icing.
That's what you got to do.
And
that's what you got to do.
Yeah. So the cake donut, I think they nailed, and I did like the strawberry icing. A lot of times, what happens is because I like strawberry icing, I go for it, and a lot of the times it's super, super sugary, and you can tell it's processed. I hesitate to say that this icing was like homemade strawberry icing. I do kind of hesitate, but it definitely was not sickly sweet like other strawberry icings I had. I think it was a good, maybe a little bit too tempered strawberry flavor. I would have liked a little bit more. But I think going in this direction is a lot better than going the other direction where it's just too much. So I think it was maybe a little bit too tempered strawberry flavor, but it still worked really well with the vanilla cake. All that being said, I think I want to give this like a 4.2. I think this is a practically perfect cake donut with a pretty good strawberry icing. I hesitate to go higher because in my head, if I'm going, I want a strawberry iced vanilla cake donut, I want a little more strawberry in there. I think if I just had this plain, if I'd like one plain vanilla cake donut, and that's what I got with no icing, you're close to a 5, honestly. But adding the strawberry icing, I'd like a little more strawberry on there. I think the texture of the icing was okay. So 4.2.
I'm sorry, I missed the cost.
$1.75.
Okay, all right. So this is like that Roberta Flack song from the early 70s.
You better not have me guess it, because I have no.
No.
Idea.
This is not trivia. This is, and the Fugees actually covered it later on. About I saw this young man. He played a song like he was reading my diary. That's the gist of the song. And as you're speaking, I'm thinking those are the same thoughts I'm having about my donut, which is a good thing because your donut's really good. Also, My strawberry ice cake donut, 3 inches by 3.5 inch, a little bit oblong, 1.25 inches tall. So really a very standard size cake donut. What are the two things, if you're getting a strawberry ice cake donut, what are the two things that matter the most? The cake and the strawberry icing. Mm-hmm. You do those two things well, you've nailed it. They have nailed it at Donut Express. The cake is fried wonderfully. It's soft at the top, in the middle, and the bottom. It's not a crispy cake. It is a cake donut. That's what separates it from an old-fashioned. Mm-hmm. Old-fashioned is crunchy on the outside, soft in the middle. Cake donut, soft throughout. This is a soft throughout donut. How is it iced? You'll see it from the pictures also, but look how they get down in the middle with that strawberry icing. If this was a funky strawberry icing, it'd be like, that's too much.
Yep.
It's too whatever. It's a good strawberry icing. Similar vibe to what you were talking about, although I am getting, so as you're biting and you're taking a breath and you're getting the scent, like a glazed donut, you can close your eyes, have it in front of you, and your olfactory says you're about to eat glaze. Mm-hmm. You're about to eat a glazed donut. When you start to take a bite of the strawberry iced, you get the strawberry scent. And so you're like, okay, strawberry iced donut coming my way. You don't get that with a lot, sometimes with the vanilla icing and the chocolate icing, you don't get it until you're eating it. Strawberry scent. And I'm like, that's a phenomenal start. And as you'll see from the pictures, I think you can still see there are flakes of strawberry in this icing. Flecks of strawberry.
Yeah. Mine was similar.
So, strong. It's just strong. So the soft throughout, the dough by itself, very flavorful. Again, plain cake donut, you'd love it because the dough is so good. Fried well. It's moist. It's light. Strawberry icing that gives me a little bit of, the best I can tell is a sour flavor. It's got a little sharpness.
Yeah.
Tartness. That's the better word. Not sour. Tart.
And that
strawberry that's tart.
That tells me that I think it's a homemade icing. Because it's really hard with a processed store-bought icing. It's super hard to get a tart strawberry flavor to find one.
And so it sets it apart. Flakes of strawberry scent, $1.30. This is a 4.4 for me.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, you are going... what you're saying is we're giving you a donut that's different.
Yeah.
Cake donut by itself, excellent. We're going to give you a strawberry icing that adds to that donut. That's a 4.4. You get a strawberry iced cake donut from Donut Express in Bethalto. You will be so friggin' happy. You'll make friends. Enemies will like you. So, great job, Donut Express.
All right. And so our final donut is a glazed old-fashioned. I know you just had a glazed cake. Closest I could get.
Yeah, they did not have old-fashions at the time I was in the shop. So, pivot a little bit.
Yes. So mine was a glazed old-fashioned. This was same price as the other two, $1.75, 4 inches across, an inch tall. I think it's a good size. So again, $1.75 for these. I think, I'm still hesitant to say it's a great price, but considering what donuts can get up to around here, I'd say $1.75 is good. It's fine. And this old fashioned was excellent. This was a top tier old fashioned. It is. We differ when it comes to old fashions. I like a little bit of a hardness to the donut, but I don't like to crunch. I don't like a crispy old fashioned. And this was the perfect texture for me. There was a little bit of hardness in the crown and the top of it, but I never crunched on anything. The cake flavor was really, really excellent, and it matched super well with the already really, really good glaze that I already had. So two really excellent flavors coming together. the texture of the old fashioned. I think it's fried perfectly. It's super light and fluffy on the inside. I will say I do wish a bit more glaze had gone on it. The bottom part of the donut really had little to no glaze, didn't really get in there, and the inside of the hole didn't really get any glaze. It didn't really seep down. It really, glaze was really just on the outer crown. So I wish there was more glaze in there, because again, it's a really, really good glaze. But luckily, the dough itself was really, really good. So I wasn't dissatisfied for sure. But in terms of old fashioned, it's this is so super up my alley texture wise. Really great glaze, really great cake. I want to give this a 4.4. It's probably a 4.4 for me. Because I'm just thinking, what would make this donut better? Little more glaze, maybe a little cheaper. And that's it. That's the only thing I would do to adjust this donut.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, as you had mentioned, I am doing the glazed cake because they didn't have the old fashioned, and I cannot remember the last donut place that I reviewed that had 4.0 plus donuts, and this one does.
Yeah.
The Donut Express, man. I'm trying not to get giddy. But this is the reason we do the show.
Yeah.
To discover gems and share it with everybody.
And
God.
To get a little inside baseball, this wasn't even the shop you were planning on going to today.
It's not. It was the backup save me. I was almost ready to go. I'm coming back home with no donuts. Mm-hmm. I mean, I had driven to Jerseyville, Illinois, an hour away, and they were sold out. So that's kind of on me. If they sold out, they must make some. They could make some excellent donuts. We don't know yet. I don't know how early in the damn morning I have to go to get a donut. Yeah. But anyway, so Bethalto was on my way back home ish, and wow, what a hidden gem! So you have the cake dough, which is already excellent, flavorful, vanilla. You have the glaze, which is excellent, and what. For me, a glaze soaks into a cake donut. Mm-hmm. It becomes a layer as that glaze inhabits the cake.
And you can get into a little trouble with that, because if maybe it's too heavy of a glaze, it can get you like a soggy donut. And that's not fun at all.
No. What I really love about this is as you're talking, and I was like, oh, I would have loved to have gotten an old-fashioned, I mean. They fried this a little bit longer, so it does have a crispy edge. Great glaze, great dough, $1.30.
Fuck. It's hard to beat, man.
Ready to blow your mind? Glazed on the bottom.
Oh!
Glazed on the bottom, man. We're getting rarefied air.
Oh, yeah.
Here's my biggest regret right at this moment. I only got one.
Oh.
And I cannot eat the other half of this donut. I will be strangulated by the two women in my house.
Yep.
They have to have some of this donut. 4.8 is this donut.
Woo!
It's so damn good. The price, the dough, the glaze, the frying method. What more do you want? Glazed on the bottom.
Yeah. That's going the extra mile.
You know what? It's a 5.0. I'm changing my score. I asked the right question. What would make it better? I've got the perfect glazed cake donut right here in front of me.
Incredible.
So it deserves a perfect score. It deserves a perfect score.
Fuck yes.
Go out of your way. Skip your mom and pop shop. Of course, skip the chains. Drive to Bethalto and get a freaking You know what? You can't go wrong. I don't know what else. I mean, I've got some other donuts in there. The apple fritter looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They have cinnamon twists that are, I don't know, 10 inches long.
Woo.
And the cinnamon is throughout the entire dough. Like, this isn't, we've sprinkled cinnamon on a glazed twist and called it a cinnamon. This is the cinnamon dough.
Wow.
This is a group of people with great recipes, great technique.
They know what they're doing over there, for sure.
Yeah, it's a perfect glazed cake donut. Only the second
yes.
5.0 in the history of our show. And I just can't deny it anymore.
Completely unexpected 5.0.
Yes. Wasn't even on my list. And go to freaking Donut Express in Bethalto. Oh,
yeah.
my God. And again, unassuming, it's a 2-building operation on the side of the street. It's not even a strip mall. There's 2 buildings. I'm trying to remember what the other side of the building is. I want to say bail bonds, maybe. Or I mean, it's something obscure. And then there's a donut place. And you walk in, and it's there's probably 10 or 12 tables, and they actually did move to this place. It is bigger. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't call it big, because I don't know what the other one was, but it was bigger is what they said. And they do breakfasts, biscuits and gravy, eggs, that sort of thing. But, you know, what we're there for is, can you make a great donut? And the answer is, fuck yes. We can make a great donut.
Hell
My
yeah.
God. Oh,
2 excellent shops today. I think 3.8 was the lowest we got today. That's incredible.
that's a damn high bar
Yeah,
for
it
being
is.
a low bar. Woo! Nailed it.
Good to be back. Good to be
Thank you,
back
Donut
home.
Express. Renewing hope. All right. As we close most of our shows, we got a little trivia for Eric because he has some donut skills. Does he have some donut knowledge? True or false? I'm giving you a 50-50 right out of the gate.
Awesome.
The word donut, in all of its various spellings, has never appeared in the title of a top 40 hit. Let me give you a little background. Top 40 started in 1951 in Omaha, Nebraska. A DJ started compiling a top 40 list. Casey Kasem's America's Top 40 started in 1970. So that's the history of the top 40, okay?
Okay.
True or false, the word donut in any spelling has never appeared in a top 40 hit.
That's gotta be true. That's gotta be true. Who the fuck? What?
It is true.
Okay.
The word donut has never appeared in a top 40 hit
I'm
in the
trying
title
to
of a
think
song.
what would even be a song that would have the word donut just in it, let alone the title.
Okay, so you nailed it. You're right.
All right.
Good thinking. Okay. So this was a survey done in 2024 by the Kellogg's Corporation. They want to know what the top 15 favorite breakfast foods in America are. They did it in 6 increments of stylings from different compilations to come up. Of the top 15, where did donuts rank as America's favorite breakfast food?
Favorite breakfast top 15. Did it crack the top? Can I, off the top of my head right now, name 10 other breakfast foods?
It's easy. Once you start thinking about it, it's
Okay.
easy.
So eggs has to be top 5.
Eggs is top 5.
Hash browns has to be top 5.
Hash browns was 15th.
That's insane. That's completely thrown off my whole fucking thing. The fact that hash browns almost didn't crack the list.
I know. They had hash browns, fried potatoes, and what was the third? It was 3 potatoes lumped into one
That's
category.
insane.
Fried potatoes as a breakfast item, number 15.
Fuck.
Eggs, top 5.
I bet pancakes or waffles top 5.
Pancakes is number 1.
Wow, that's a little surprising to me.
A little surprising to me too. Pancakes, number 1.
Okay, donuts has to be top 10. It's got to be top 10. But I don't think it's that low. I'm going to go with number 9.
Number 14.
What?
Number 14.
14? There's
The
no
top-
way that, one, hash browns and donuts are right there next to each other. All respect to donuts. It's my favorite food on the planet. But I'm thinking breakfast food. Hash browns has to be top 5. Donuts at least top 10.
I'll give you the top 5 in just a second, but while I'm thinking about it. So when we were in Canada, I built a
Yes.
glazed donut breakfast sandwich. Did that make the show?
That didn't make the show, but I'll post
The
it on
photo of that monstrosity?
I will post it on Instagram.
Okay. Glazed
And I'll
donut,
put it in this episode currently while we're talking
scrambled eggs,
about
sausage,
turkey sausage.
cheese
Was
from
it?
the eggs.
Oh yeah.
There were cheese in the eggs.
Bacon.
Yes. So, top 5 breakfast foods. This is as of 2024. Pancakes, number 1.
Shocking.
Bacon, number 2. America loves their bacon, man.
That's true.
Eggs is number 3.
Okay.
For me, this was the big shocker. Number 4, avocado toast.
That's bullshit.
It could have been part of that, like, that's when it blew up. You know, like, what's the Dubai chocolate that's blowing up everywhere?
Yeah.
It's like maybe in the big scheme of things it's not, but right now it's hot. And so maybe when they were doing this,
That's
avocado toast
crazy.
was 4th. Number 5, cereal.
I'm a little surprised to see cereal that high.
Well, there's just so many kinds.
Yeah, there's so much.
And it's quick for the kids.
Is oatmeal in the top 15?
Yes.
Insanity. That shouldn't crack top 50.
So, you thought they were 9, they were 14.
Ah, that's
So-
awful.
I think here's why I think most of the breakfast foods on this list you have in your house. You have to go get
Yeah, you have to
donuts.
go get donuts. You have to,
It
there's some work
involves
with hash
a
browns.
trip to go get donuts. You have eggs in your house. You have toast. You have cereal. You have milk. You have bacon. You have that in your house. I think adding the really love the donuts, but you gotta make a trip to get them
Yeah.
is why it's pushed down a little bit. Because you're right, it requires a little work. So, all right. Man, the next show will be the Big 5-0. That's crazy to think about.
That is a little crazy.
But, man, I'll tell you what, right now, wherever the hell we go, they got a
Better be
huge
pretty fucking good.
bar to clear. Because Donut Express today, 4.1, 4.4, and the perfect 5.0. The second 5.0 in the history of the show.
Fuck yeah.
Wowza. Renewed my faith in humanity today. Thank you, donuts, once again.
So, if you want to be here, ready for the 50th episode, what you got to do is if you are watching on YouTube right now, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you do not miss the episode. Leave a comment, gets you in the algorithm, gets your suggested videos to us, so even if somehow you miss it, YouTube might give it to you anyways.
Right.
If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, following the show, rating and review, all that good stuff gets us in the algorithm, gets more eyes on us, and tells Apple Podcasts, tells YouTube, tells whatever you're doing that you are enjoying this type of stuff and they'll give more of it to you. And wherever you're listening, wherever you're watching, sharing it in real life, in social media, it's all good stuff. It's all super helpful.
The best news, I've got 9 other donuts sitting right there on the counter.
So hopefully,
from a great donut place.
Hopefully in the
this
comments,
Friday is going to be awesome.
Hopefully in the comments of this one, we'll leave something, because I'm very excited about this cherry twist that I'm going to eat later. So hopefully you can look down in the comments and see, hey guys, we had even more fucking donuts, and guess what? They were excellent too.
Yep. Okay, that wraps up show number 49 of the Midwest Donut Review Show. I'm Dave in St. Louis. That's Eric in Sacramento. And we will be back with episode number 50 sometime in February, probably. So look for us. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you all very soon.
Goodbye.